Let's talk about Morphine Love Dion. So, Morphine, as we already stated, is going to be on the upcoming season of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 11. And one of the things that caught a lot of people's eye, including mine, because I said that was literally what blurted out of my mouth when I looked at her on in the when we watched the little trailer thing that they put out, and when we saw her confessional, look, it was like, did Morphine come out as trans? And that's what a lot of people took to social media was wondering. Because the last time I saw Morphine was at the RuPaul's Drag Race season 18 premiere because her drag child was there, Juicy. So when I saw, so Morphine was there, but Morphine, every time you see her, she's in full geesh. So I wouldn't have known whether or not they were trans or whatever the case is, because a lot of the time when the girls was coming, I ain't gonna say all of them because there was quite a few of them there that were in their boy drag. I told you when I saw Rose was in boy drag. There was a lot of the queens from the show were not there dressed up. I think even Candy Muse was in boy drag. So um now season 16, let's get into the story. So RuPaul's Drag Race season 16 and All Stars 11 queen Morphine Love Dion, who identifies as non-binary, had fans wondering on social media if she had come out as trans after seeing their out of drag confessional look. So someone posted on social media, I can't remember, did Morphine come out as trans? One asked. Another said on Twitter, is Morphine trans? Because, oh my God, that's a woman. Now, the question remains, is she trans? Now, and I call everybody she, so don't get all your tits in a twist. That's homosexual vernacular. Now, Morphine Love Dion has said on multiple occasions, as I said earlier, that she identifies as non-binary, but on the more feminine side. At the time of her announcement for All Stars 11, she has not publicly come out as a trans woman. Now, during an exchange with season 17 queen Corey King, she said, Corey and I are trans non-binary hoes. Well, did Corey come out and say that? Then said, while non binary is considered part of the trans umbrella, Morphine has specifically said she's non binary. Well, also, remember, ARCA said that they're non binary, but I think they identify as trans now, but it's still the same thing. It's under the umbrella. And if you identify as non binary, meaning it's like, I play in between worlds, meaning like I'm genderless, where I look more feminine, but I have those features, whatever the case is. And I don't want to come out and say that I'm this or I'm that. So non binary, I feel like it's a safer thing to call yourself because you have those masculine and feminine features, even though you do present more as feminine. I don't have to lock in and say that I'm trans. People just have to come out in their own time, and you have to just let them come out in their own time whenever they're ready to come out. So in 2024, as her original season was airing, she clarified things on Twitter after talking about getting a Brazilian butt lift on the show, which, of course, BBL. Now, a number of fans tagged her in a post from Dr. Miami that read, yes, men get BBLs too. And trustably, they do, because I have seen some men with some BBLs, and I'm like, girl, that is painfully obvious. That look like you injected cement in them cheeks. I'm just saying that as a point of being funny. But you know what I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Some people do get the silicone or whatever up in there and cement, but or fix a flat. But there are some people that's like, yeah, I see some man. I was like, God damn, that's a big old, and you can literally see it was a BBL. But yeah, men get them, and there's nothing wrong with that. If it makes you feel good about yourself, then get your Brazilian butt lift. She also clarified things without saying, I'm non binary, more to the feminine side. It's just something I've personally been more comfortable identifying as for years now. And then she also went on and said, because people was tagging with the BBLs, I love y'all so much, but please stop tagging me in this. Y'all know I'm a they, them, her, right? And if you didn't know, now you know. Now, similarly speaking, with Entertainment Weekly, she addressed comments from fans suggesting she should come out as trans, as her co star A Mandatory Meeting had. And she said, even before Drag Race, every time a beautiful trans girl will be like, you're so gorgeous. When are you starting your moans? That's, hormones. It would bother me a lot. now it's more of a joke because they know I'm not there yet. I'm not saying I don't want to be trans. I'm not saying I am trans. If I am, I need time for myself to figure that out. I'm comfortable with myself now, and I don't think it's cute to force the pressure someone into transitioning. I think it's a little weird. And it's like, yeah, just because aesthetically she does give fish, tuna, tilapia, full on salmon, that does not mean that, oh, well, I need you to come out and what is this? What are you? Who are you? Like label, 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 label. It's like leave Morphine alone. Let Morphine figure out what she is. If she figures out, I mean, if she's comfortable enough being non-binary and not having to go through, like, I like wearing the women's clothes. I like looking feminine. I like the aesthetic of being of what a woman gives, like EJ Johnson. Then let Morphine live her life as she does. It's the same thing as like what Valentina was dealing with. For a long time, people wanted Valentina to come out as trans. Um, I even knew about Detox being trans, but I was sworn to secrecy not to bring it up. And then when she came out and said that she was trans and talked about it on Roscoe's viewing party, that was when I was like, okay, the cat's out the bag. Now we could talk about it. But you got to let people be them and figure their own thing out and stop trying to force people to come to terms with things that they're not ready to come to terms with. And if she's comfortable enough being identified as non-binary, then let her do that. Maybe she'll come out in due time whenever that need for. Maybe she never will, and that should be fine, and y'all should be okay with that. Because, like I said before, Valentina went through all that mess too of y'all pressure on her to try to come out as trans, and then chose the time when she felt it was right to come to her terms and to say what it was that she is. So good luck to you, Morphine. Live your life. Don't let these girls bother you. But I'm sure once we get closer to the premiere, and once the show airs, you're gonna still keep hearing this because a lot of people ain't gonna be aware of this story. Probably until I cut it up and post it on my YouTube, and I have people in the comments yapping about it. So I say all this to say, no matter the social media platforms, what do you guys think of this story regarding Morphine Love Dion and people pressuring her to come out as a trans woman based off of what they've seen in a clip off a show? So whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.